picture.
Well, I don't.
I mean, clearly there's a guitar made.
Well, yeah, but the tracing of the.
Uh-huh.
How did they do it?
A jigsaw, I'm guessing. I don't know.
With like, but there's no. I don't see where he started with a hole. You got to drill a hole to get the jigsaw in.
Yeah, that's true.
And we all know jigsaws are notoriously bad at cutting through things like a maple table. Oh, that's pine, isn't it? Yeah.
Jigsaws
and even pine. Yeah, and maybe if it's like an inch and a half or
CNC machine.
CNC. Well, that's what I think. And then you make the guitar.
Yeah.
Look like it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a real picture
I don't know if it is
or
either.
not.
Yeah. Yep.
But it does kind of reinforce one of the things I want to talk about tonight, though.
Okay.
But I don't know. Anyway. Hey, everybody, this is Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching our hour-long portion of Prime Time Guitar Live. And Steve was here last week. That's why I remember. Oh, and Dylan didn't have a show last week. That's why I had extra time, because I don't remember being rushed last time, and I had to remember why. So
you should just start thanking the sponsors now.
I should thank the sponsors.
We might be able to wrap it up by 6.
We might be able to wrap it up by 6.
We have 58 minutes.
Yes. So anyway, I am happy to be in the shop today. I've had a pretty good week in the shop today. Lots of learning happening in the shop this week. And we even had a visitor or two. Let's see, we had Barely Legal Lance stop by.
He did. I haven't seen that guy in well over a year.
Butch came by.
Steve.
No. Who else came by this week? Or am I blurring last week and this week together?
No. Yeah, those two guys came by, and somebody else came by too. Brian Duncan.
Brian Duncan came by. That's right. And we went down to Flipside Music, the great American guitar store.
Ike. That's why I was thinking, it was Ike.
Yeah.
I know I've seen Ike this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there and we had chicken.
We did have Dave's hot chicken. That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Chris, I've had a good week. How about you?
I've had a good week too. I went to the eye doctor today, and my eyes have actually gotten better.
You're Benjamin buttoning your eyes?
I guess, yeah. Nothing else is, but
okay.
But yeah, yeah. I'm not as nearsighted, and my farsightedness is returning a little bit.
Is that a good thing? Farsightedness returning? You mean your ability to see distance, or your farsighted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I could actually see pretty well at 20/20 today.
Wow, cool.
And and it's weird because I put my glasses on to drive, and lately I've been like 50-50. Like I don't really know that I need.
Dude, you can cheat at those eye tests though. It's almost always E.
Yeah.
E?
Yeah. Is that a
E?
Yeah. No, it was and so it confirmed what I'd been thinking. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
So that was weird.
And we've had a boatload of videos this week. We had our regular Sunday premiere video. We had a rant video.
That was Tuesday morning.
Yep. Yeah. You had a video that just went live today.
Yep.
Recovering with JJJ. We're having our video now. I'm probably having a video tomorrow. And we're having a video Sunday, though I have no idea what it is, because the video that was going to be Sunday, I think I can't post. So anyway, not because it's too provocative. I just don't think I want to.
Too salacious.
Yeah.
You'll break the YouTube.
I'll break the YouTube. So anyway, but speaking of sponsors, Chris, I have a box here.
Oh, for tool of the day?
From Stu Mac.
Tool of the week.
Now, I want to show you guys something. Because last week's tool of the day, Stu Mac tool of the day was number 20 super glue. So guys, I have a big bag of number 20 super glue. All of these glues are going, one of these is going in every one of the tool kits. Now, Chris, I want you to read what this invoice says. Here's the invoice. Chris, read what that invoice says in terms of over in the total. Is it 0? Well, I can tell you it's not
Yes.
0. No, because I paid for this stuff.
It doesn't actually have
Oh, it
any
doesn't have
prices
numbers?
and no, it has
Okay.
nothing.
Well, oh, so this is just a packing sheet. then.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I can assure you guys that I paid for all these things because StuMac sponsors the channel, but doesn't just give me a bunch of crap. So
What's the red thing for?
it's a cap dealy
Okay.
thing. I have no idea. We'll have to look. But anyway, so each one of these, every toolkit that we have for students is getting a number 20 super glue and whatever's in this kit, because I have changed my mind on gluing in frets. I always thought that there was no downside to gluing in frets, but I changed my mind about super glue once I started using number 20 super glue from StuMac. So you guys should check it out. Link in the description below to StuMac. I also bought something for StuMac Tool of the Day today. Now you've seen enough of these already. These are going in my toolkit. These are the under string radius gauge. Chris, how do these work?
They work really well, man.
No, I mean, how do you use them?
So you can use them as over the string, or you can turn them sideways and then use them.
Here's a 10.
Under
That's what
the
we use a
string.
lot. So
Yeah, so you can do on top of the neck. As you can tell, my can is not
yeah,
a 10-degree radius, but you can also turn it and then use it under the string and pull up on the string. And that's actually a more accurate way because the strings have different thicknesses. And if you measure to the top, they're not actually the same at the bottom. Does that make sense? It should. So yeah, what I'll usually do is I'll set up my 2 outside strings to whatever height I've predetermined, and then I will set them. I will do it this way, and then I'll go underneath and redo it that way.
I like to use this kind of as an action gauge too. I put that under there and then just lower the strings till they're touching that. And
yeah, that works. Yeah, you can do it that way too.
So StuMac Tool of the Day is the understring radius gauge. I'm gonna get it on my reveal shirt there.
And these are nice because they're thinner.
That's what I like.
So it's not as hard to get it under the string. Mine are the older versions of these.
Okay.
And they're a little taller, and sometimes you got a little. You gotta be dainty when you
gotta be
snake
dainty
them under there.
So anyway, guys,
you want me to just lose the 10 now?
No, I don't. In fact, I don't want you to lose the 10 now. Because that's really the only one I want. You can lose the 16, or good. 20, or whatever it is.
14.
So yeah,
9.5 will work in a pinch.
Won't need that. So anyway, guys, so StuMac Tool of the Day is the understring radius gauge. As I showed you before, get you some of this 20 super glue to do frets too. It's the good stuff kids go for. And
you also get a fret slot depth gauge.
Oh, did I get a fret? Okay, yeah, I got one of those for it's in the bag.
Glue.
With the side dot material. Yeah. So yeah, I use StuMac tools, and like I was saying in the rant video, I will use StuMac tools even after they stop sponsoring me.
Until the day you die.
Probably. So anyway. What else, Chris? Then what happened?
I don't know. When I think back on tools, man, I have tools that I've had almost my entire life.
Like
certainly
like
adult
a hammer or
well, yeah, some of that, but like bike tools, bike specific tools, I've had since I bought a workbench from a shop that was closing that I actually worked at. And I bought all the tools on that bench, and I still have all those tools.
Yeah,
and they're all and they're all high end stuff.
Yeah,
but I still have them. They still work great.
Did you ever regret buying the good stuff?
Never once.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some tools that you bought and then things changed and you kind of stopped using that specific tool, really, really specific. But no, I never. I mean, everything, especially tools, if you buy good ones, work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah. Well, it's hard. Like
easy.
when you press the buy, click here to confirm purchase. You're like,
yeah,
but I think the only time.
Yeah, what you got to do is you got to figure out what tools you really need versus some of the stuff that is maybe not what you need.
Yeah,
there are and yeah, everybody has stuff that it's like maybe not.
So that
somebody's coming in
dovetails nicely into what I want to talk about today, Chris, and that is. I think the name of the video is, would any American actually want a guitar valued at $500. So
Okay.
let's
talk about what a $500 guitar would
well,
be.
first of all, let's give credit where credit is due to this.
Oh, yeah.
This well, so what is this all about?
So I saw a video that Phil McKnight did. It was probably 30 days ago or so, and somebody had asked if an American company could make a guitar that retailed for $200.
Could an American-made company make a guitar that retailed for $200?
Yes, and Phil said no, but he did think that somebody could make one for $500, but why would they want to?
And why would you want to buy it? Now,
yeah.
Brad Hutchings writes in a super chat forum, my first 3 guitars I bought were all under $200. I dare say they weren't in 2023.
Correct.
I broke the $500 barrier for a made in Mexico Telly, which was axe number 4. The cheap ones were good for learning to set up, upgrade, etc. Okay.
Well, I remember, and we've talked about it. I remember when you could buy, and it wasn't an American guitar, but it was, a name brand guitar. You could buy Mexican Strats for $249.
I remember those days too.
Yeah. So,
but those
times change.
That was more than 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and there's always the story. Well, I bought this for $75.
Yeah,
and But new guitar in a store or online
in at the time of this video,
2023. Yeah, $500.
So Phil thinks that it could be done and be sold retail for $500.
So it would probably be a direct to consumer kind of a company.
Okay. There
would be no Guitar Center.
So there would be no markup.
Yeah.
Okay, no middleman. All right, gotcha.
No middleman. But he thinks that somebody could do it, but that nobody would want that guitar because import guitars for that same money would be vastly superior. I think
that he's probably right, and I don't think that there is any pride in ownership of a $500 guitar. I don't care who makes it or how good it is. What I mean by that is, Chris, if I said to you, I have 2 guitars that are of equal quality. They both say Fender on them. One was made in, I don't know, insert name of country here. That's not the United States.
Okay.
And it's $500. And here's one that is made in the Fender custom shop, and it is 10 times that money. I'm going to give you one of them. Which one do you pick every single time?
Well, the more expensive one.
Yeah.
But that's not reality.
No, it's not.
And
but
sometimes you only have what you have to spend.
But the point I'm trying to make, though, is what you really want. Remember, the name of this video isn't what can you afford to spend.
Right.
It's would any American really want? Why would they actually want a $500 American-made guitar? If they could be produced or not is another thing.
Yeah.
If they had the money or not is another. But would you actually want that guitar? And I say no.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would want that guitar. I think there would be way too many corners cut and things that you just don't normally want. In a guitar.
Geez, man, people were like bombarding me with questions for a guitar that they had $400 to spend on parts and hardware and wood and paint. And it was like, well, can I do this? And trying to figure out ways to cheat. And now you have to sell it for $100 more than you got into it, and you haven't factored in any labor. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
So how would a company even make a guitar that sold for $499.99? Does that come with a case?
No.
Free shipping?
No.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't think they could do it. To be honest with you, I don't think somebody like Gibson or Fender or PRS. I'm trying to think of other big, because it would have to be a big factory.
What would it take for you and I to make a 5? Okay, because you know what? You're right. We don't work at Fender or Gibson or PRS or any big factory. We have, by comparison, a small shop. It's big to me, but it's a small shop compared to Gibson. If we were going to make a guitar for $500, would everything was in Phil McKnight's example? Were all the parts made in the United States?
No.
Okay.
And I didn't watch the entire segment.
Okay.
He was talking about pickups and buying pickups from Seymour Duncan by the thousand, and how cheap you could buy a pickup.
By the okay.
Well, that's only 500 guitars.
I guess that's true.
But the number that he was banding about was about $40 a pickup, and I thought right there you can't spend $40.
Well, what if the guitar only had one pickup?
Okay.
That'd be a way to cut the price of pickups in half.
You still can't spend $40 on a pickup.
Yeah, that's right.
For a $500 guitar.
That's right. Well, what if there was no finish? What if it had an oil finish? I mean, that would be another way.
Yeah, there was going to be lots of oil. There was going to be super cheap hardware, super cheap bridge, very, very simplistic construction.
A square.
Yeah.
Probably you could probably make. I think a Telecaster would be a positively sophisticated instrument compared to what you could make and sell retail for $500.
Yeah, one knob.
I say no knob, wired right to the jack. That way you have no cap, no knob, no potentiometer, no extra wire, because the pickup wire just goes right to the jack.
Has a hole.
It has
because everybody's going to want a volume knob. Although you wouldn't have to. They could drill their own hole, right?
Sure. They could put. Yeah.
You could put a
It's
volume.
$500.
Yeah. This is a great guitar.
This is shaping up to be a fine instrument.
Why you wouldn't want that guitar? Or you compare that guitar then to a $500 Epiphone, or a $500 Squire, or whatever other $500 guitar you want to compare it to.
Which my assertion is, and you don't want that either.
Well, no, but I mean, let's say you only had $500, you had to buy a guitar. These are the ones that are available.
I keep coming up with
the American one, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I don't think you would in this day and age.
I've seen this in other industries.
But remember, the title of the video isn't what can you afford or blah blah blah.
Right.
What people who say could you make a guitar for $200, $500, whatever dollars really mean is, can I get a USA made Les Paul Standard for $500? Why not?
Yeah.
Because that's all I'm willing to spend. And you'll hear things like this. It's just wood and strings and wire. Why can't it be just $500? Why does my amp have to cost so much? I remember, coming up, guys were like, why are Marshalls so expensive? It's just wire and some metal. Well, yeah, it is just wire and some metal. But the fact of the matter is that, people who are so hell-bent on ballyhooing about how expensive things are and what they ought to cost have really no idea what stuff should cost and what are they willing to spend money on. What's a luxury that they're willing to spend money on? Coffee every morning? I don't know. I'm sure there are people who spend $20 a day on coffee. I have no idea who they are, but or everyone gives us grief about beer. I'm sure that $9 beer tastes better than 90-cent beer, but I'd never know it. So yeah. So I think that would an American in 2023 actually want a guitar that was only valued at $500? I say no. Enough said from Matt. What say ye, Chris?
I think not.
Let's go to the comment section and see what everybody has to say.
All right. And you're not allowed to fix the guitar up either. You're not allowed to buy it for $500 and then spend $1,000 making it a good guitar.
Why not? I mean,
that defeats the purpose. Just buy a $1,500 guitar then.
Sure.
With the stuff that will be worth $1,500.
Maybe
you
use fixing
it.
stuff up.
Well,
Paul Mead says, my Gibson Les Paul Jr. tribute cost me much more than 500 pounds. Well, there you go. We're not talking about the same thing. 3 years ago. Well, there you go. We're not talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, Gibson gig bag and free shipping in Grainfield and Matt, but it's a decent guitar. Yeah. I remember when those guitars were, they were kind of blowing them out. I don't remember them when the Les Paul or what were they called? SG faded or Les Paul special faded.
Yeah.
When those first came out, they weren't $500.
Right.
What happened is that after a while, they were like, geez, no one's buying these anymore. Let's just get rid of the inventory that we have. And I remember they were everywhere in the United States in like 2010.
Yeah.
They were all over the place. You couldn't hardly sneeze in Guitar Center without knocking one over.
Mm-hmm.
And now
that means that
you
the
don't
Guitar
see 'em.
Center bought
Uh-huh.
a pile of them.
Yeah.
And it really was Guitar Center that decided to close them
Yeah.
out, not Gibson.
Yeah.
Gibson did their
yeah,
job by
yeah.
selling way too many of them to Guitar Center.
Mhm.
Somebody at Guitar Center said, "Ooh, this is going to be a great guitar. Let's buy them all."
Let's take a super chat from our good buddy Dylan Talks Tone, who
Okay.
writes, anyone can say it's possible, but there is definitely no solvency in the business plan. There are $30 pickups, but those guys aren't running a real business. Yeah, and he's absolutely right.
Mhm.
It's a false economy, I guess.
Yeah.
You could you make one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you sell it for $500 and go, haha, that was really fun? But what are some other reasons why you couldn't do that?
Well, I mean, what we should do is, and I know that the deals that you and I can get on parts are not the same that a major manufacturer can get on parts. And I think we've all seen, Asian made guitars for like $70.
Yeah.
That have all the parts on them.
Yeah.
How do they do that? I don't know. But we should play the $400 guitar game.
Okay.
Only instead of $400, how cheap can I buy every single part that you need? Just going through like Amazon and AliExpress and all those places. And unfortunately, it all adds up.
Ruben Salazar sent us a super chat and he writes, they are all I need.
Okay.
Was it a $500 thing or? Oh, okay. He says, I have 4 Firefly guitars under $200 each. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah. All right. So there's one guy, one American who says, yes, he would value a $500 guitar.
Okay.
So that's cool. But so what do you reckon we would have to spend on parts and then we sold the guitars for $500? Just would it be $250?
No, if it was all
the cheapest junk that we could
all
get.
in, yeah, we'd have to spend with our labor, even hardly doing. I mean, you still got to do stuff. You still got to put it together. You still got to bolt it together.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no. I don't think we could do it.
But okay.
But let's just say. We'd have to. All the parts would probably have to be $100.
Okay, so
including wood.
So it would be $400. We would make $400 on every guitar.
No, we wouldn't.
No.
Because we're paying ourselves.
Well, hold on. We haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So the cost in just materials alone is $400.
No, it's okay.
Or is $100?
$100. Yeah.
Okay, so we make $400 on every guitar. So how many guitars do we have to sell to cover our rent every single month before we do anything else?
I don't know because I don't pay the rent.
So it's about $3,000 a month.
Okay.
So
400. So that's 7.
Yeah. So we have to sell 7 guitars.
Okay.
That are admittedly lumps of shit.
Just to pay the rent.
Just to make rent.
Yeah. Have we gotten paid out of this?
Oh no, we haven't gotten any money yet. Yeah. And then of course there's utilities. We probably have to sell another guitar to cover utilities.
Okay. Probably at least another guitar.
Yeah, there's insurance. We have to. So let's tack one more on just for fun for that.
All right. So now we're up to 8 guitars.
We're up to 8 guitars.
Okay.
And we still haven't paid ourselves.
Okay.
And we've had to find 8 unlucky contestants to buy these turds. And we have to do it
every month.
We have to do it every month.
Every 30 days.
Yeah.
So 5 a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've
wait. Yeah, that's close.
Okay, so all right. So we've got 8.
All right.
8
still
guitars,
not getting paid.
And my
morale is going to go way down.
It's going way down.
Come month number 2.
That's right.
This
this new system.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much would you like to make? Minimum wage?
Absolutely.
One day maybe we'll make minimum wage.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's say that's probably another 8 guitars that we have to sell every month for you to get minimum wage.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're at 16 guitars
16.
now. So that's we pay for the shop, we pay for the utilities, we pay for the insurance, we pay for Chris, We have to sell 16 turkeys.
Then we're good
every single month, and then I haven't gotten any money out of it.
Okay, so that's another 8
So
guitars.
my dream of owning a guitar
24.
shop comes with
So and really
we're
only open 25 days a month.
Yeah, sure.
26.
So we have to crank out one of these
guitar a day.
Yeah, a guitar a day to make basically crap.
Well, but
crap money.
Some days you're not going to finish a guitar, but don't worry, you can finish 2 tomorrow.
That's right.
Okay.
So Brian Duncan says that's the new guitar's name, the lump of shit.
Lump of shit. Lumpa.
Okay. All right.
That sounds really, really great.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah. Working as hard as I can.
And that only gives us $100 to spend on everything for this guitar. Yeah.
What about if one of them goes sideways?
Oh yeah. Well, and that happens.
Well, yeah, there is a not every piece of wood that you start with is a guitar by the end. Yeah. So we're probably up to like 30 guitars now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's some economy of scale too, right? Like you could probably buy, we could buy necks from eBay for $40.
I don't think that
could
would
we
fit
buy
into
kits
the 100.
for
I don't think that would fit into the $100.
Could we buy kits for $79 and put them together?
I don't think there is such a thing as a $79 kit.
Is there a $99 kit?
I don't think so. Not anymore.
What's the maximum a kit?
Well, so what I've seen here recently, and this is just maybe a global thing right now, no kits available for cheap.
You know who has kits right now? Who I know for a fact? Stuart McDonald.
But we're going to have to raise the price to like $600 or $700 for the guitar.
Yeah, so some of their kits are $300.
Yeah,
so,
we can't spend that kind of money.
Well, yeah, we can. We just have to make more of them, right?
Oh, so now we're making $100 per guitar.
Yeah. So you need to.
We're passing the savings along to you.
So 24 guitars times 4 because we did have 400.
So 3.5 guitars a day,
and you have to make 3.5 a day. Yeah. So and then you have to sell all of them every month, or you don't pay rent or utilities. Or you don't you and I don't eat, and so that's a fun thing. So could it be done? I don't know. Would it be done? Definitely not. And if it was, would you buy it? Absolutely not. No one would buy it.
Yeah,
no one would buy it.
As much as I think we might get better at building them, I think quality would go down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a guitar-shaped object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe it has a clock in it or something. Or another thing which
maybe,
I don't know.
Or a compass.
Yeah.
Just strings. And I know we don't, it's not like, we're buying strings for
So hold on. Guys, there's a lot of TTG crapper, TTG lumps of shit. You need to know that there's never going to be a TTG pile of crap, lump of shit, turkey turd, any of that stuff. There's never going to happen.
November turkey turd.
I will close the doors before I make something that is that craptastic.
$500.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So attach a different name to it. Don't put my name to it.
Yeah, this is a secondary business.
I am saying that this is not going to happen, and if it did, you wouldn't buy it. So
this is the Irving brand.
Who is world renowned for making something that nobody buys, but it's at least cheap in the guitar world? And it is in America. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I don't know.
I think the closest you could get for a long time was Peavey.
Universally
reviled.
Yeah.
Sold a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but
not American made.
Well, not anymore.
But I think the T60s were probably American made.
Yeah. Well, I think they made stuff in the US until the mid 90s, I think. I
wonder what those what those guitars cost when they were new compared to whatever else was new at the time. I'm sure somebody knows.
Yeah, somebody knows. I read up on that stuff. I can't remember any numbers. But those guitars were a relative bargain.
Yeah.
When they first came out, and they were pretty darn neat. They weighed 10 pounds, but Ike actually had a T40 in there the other day for some sort of service. in a gig bag. I looked over, I saw the headstock, and I went, I wonder if that's what I think it is. And looked,
And sure
it was
enough,
sticking out. It didn't fit in the gig bag. But anyway.
Jerry F sent us a super chat and says, I have a Fretwire tele kit, $150.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. I was on the Fretwire website last week sometime, and they are almost out of everything right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think that's just a product of the issue in China right now.
Vinny's World says made in USA PV Wolfgangs are awesome. I think what he means is were awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not. Yeah. And they were really expensive too.
Yeah.
I think at the time.
Yeah. I don't think they were, I want to say $1,600 in 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Is Hartley Peavy still alive? That's a great question.
I think he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a PV anything?
I had a PV Rage. Rage amp. Just a little solid state thing. That was my first amp that I had.
I had a PV Vandenberg for a while.
I remember that.
That
I
was
remember when you got that.
Fun guitar. Yeah.
That was wacky.
Yeah, it was kooky.
Yeah, and then you loaned it out, and somebody else had it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it came back, and then
I sold it for I sold a bunch of guitars. That is to say, I sold almost every guitar I had to start this business.
Yep, I remember that.
You know what I would do right now? I would sell the one guitar that I didn't sell. I would sell that guitar if someone would buy me a beer right now.
I'll just go get you one.
Would you?
And then you don't have to sell your guitar.
Okay. All right. So anyway, gang, that's what we're talking about tonight. $500 guitars. Is it worth a dang? Is it not worth a dang? Whoa, holy moly. And if somebody made a $500 guitar that was a complete POS, would you buy it just because it was $500, knowing that it was a...
Yeah, it's got to be all about the made in America part. It's not that it's $500 or that it's a pile of junk. It's that it was made in America.
Yeah.
And if there was, and I know the answer because I've seen this before, unless the other guitar is just not your style. But if there was a $500 American guitar sitting there and all its janky gloriness, or there was a $500 anything else, that was
we're talking new
guitars, obviously better guitar. Which one would you buy? 99% of the people would buy the imported $500 obviously better guitar.
Speaking of cool guitars, you know who has a cool guitar?
No.
Yeah, you do. You know a lot of people who have cool
I talk so much I'm getting lightheaded. Hang on.
Okay. I want to talk to you about our good friend Jam Jimmy, who has lots of cool guitars.
Okay.
I think he still needs to get that snakeskin prostitute. But you know what? Oh crap, I shouldn't have said anything about that, because what I wanted to tell you is tomorrow is March 3rd, meaning tomorrow is Jam Jimmy's birthday.
Oh, is it?
He's made one more trip around the sun. That's right.
3/3/33. That's his birthday.
He's right. He's 21. So if Jam Jimmy is in the thing there, I hope everybody wishes him a happy birthday either tonight or maybe tomorrow. And I think it should be a fun party weekend this weekend.
Is this also a big birthday for him?
I think, when you're as old as he is, every birthday's big, right?
No,
I
mean is,
Oh, that's right. Yes, it is a big birthday for him. Why?
Well, because he retired, so that seems like a big birthday.
That is a big thing. But he's 57.
Okay.
If you're into the whole numerology thing, he has a 57 Stratocaster. And he's 57 this year. So this is the year of the JJJ Strat. How about that?
Okay. And also a 57 Strat is now 57 years old.
For reals?
No.
I was going to say, yeah. I don't think that math quite adds
If my
up.
math is correct. It's not, Chris.
Sean says that he's going to have a beer with Jam Jimmy in April. Or no, he's having a birthday in April. And he's going to be out here in April, which is very cool. You know what he's going to be building? No. I mean, you don't know what he's going to be building. I know. So he is going to be out here for our inaugural neck through and carved top Classic Woodworking Workshop.
Okay.
He is one of the 4 guys building a neck through.
Okay, so now I do know.
And he is going to be building an maple core with mahogany wing BC Rich Warlock shape with a Floyd. And I think that's going to be super cool.
It will be.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So happy birthday to Jam Jimmy for tomorrow. And if you're in the neighborhood, he's never tried beer before. Buy him one and see if he likes it. What? Your phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have a question for everybody and you.
Okay.
And I want to know what you guys think of this. I mean, what I really want to know is what color should this guitar be? So, Chris, what color should this guitar be? And gentle viewer at home, what color should this guitar be?
Well, so it's mahogany back, maple top, black binding, which is rare.
Fairly rare. Yeah, this has got a it's got some flame in it. I don't know if you guys can see that there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. We're hearing some let's see, we got transparent blue, lime, metallic blue.
These are all wrong.
Not natural wood, T-burst, leave it alone, tobacco burst, periwinkle, burgundy, black, green. I like that SS. Okay, that's not a tobacco. Trans orange, blue or red, desert camp. I'm a sucker for dark matte minivan plum. Well, Brad, we've got a guitar for you. Orange, amber burst, camo, tinted natural would look awesome. Metallic surf green, light purple, transparent emerald green. Chime in when someone says what you like, Chris. Cherry, leave it alone, beautiful. Aqua fade, desert rose, cherry burst, transparent black, amber, gold sunburst. No one's.
I'm just listening to words at this point.
All right, I think we're slowing down. So what say you, Chris? What should CT to blue to dark teal, TV yellow? That's one of your favorites. Green. Bad Philosopher likes green. We can guess all day, or Chris can just pick. Yeah.
So it's not really up to me.
Tobacco burst. I can review the tape, but I think I almost made Chris laugh. Surf green. What did he almost make you laugh?
Who?
Brad.
With
I don't know.
Periwinkle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Chris?
So these are all colors that people want their own guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would they be willing to buy this guitar if it was that color?
Yeah. I don't know.
So this is I think we have talked about green. And emerald kind of a thing might be neat on this. What would you, so if we did, so let's just say for the sake of conversation, you did a see-through green. Would you leave the back kind of a natural and then emerald green on the top, or what do you think? Hey, Jimmy says that thanks for the early birthday wishes. Sorry, but his goofy older brother is there. So Tommy must be in town.
Yeah, it sounds right to me.
Or maybe Kiki's over there. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Chris?
It's
not the most stunning top in the world, but
K Sharp wants to know, is it $500? The finish is $500.
Yeah,
You're right.
The finish is $500. Yeah. We got more time in this than $500 just looking at it right now, talking about what color to paint it. The
back does look pretty spectacular.
Yeah, the natural, I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of this guitar. It's also got triple bound.
Oh my goodness, it does.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I think we get wound up about the black binding, but we've done stuff with like lighter bursts.
Yep.
That look cool with black binding. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know me, I hate painting over maple that has anything going on, but it wouldn't be the worst thing to
so some of this binding is leached into the, so it's got to be a color.
Well, it's got to have some sort of it can't just be white maple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could just go over the whole thing in red.
I can't tell if Brad is talking about the guitar or dessert, but he says creamy white with a splash of strawberry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like dessert.
Yep.
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry cream.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
Good stuff, you guys. Maybe this will be a guitar so this you just sealed this just the other day. Does this have any new paint on it?
No. Well, so we did I think we did UV pore filler on it, and then we just did plain old-fashioned Simtech.
Old-fashioned Simtech.
Yeah, the slow curing kind.
Blueberry burst, teal burst. Man, you guys are liking blues and greens tonight, and strawberry. I didn't even realize this had has black, white, black binding.
Yep.
That's pretty rad.
It is pretty rad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some sort of kind of tealy thing. Ooh, Dragon Burst.
Lefty O wants to know how much to own it and pick your own color. That is an intriguing idea. Lefty, I tell you what, we probably should have thought this through a little better. I should have had an option to pick your color. I would say if you this is getting 2 P90s. If you went
pretty
with
standard Texas toast build, other than it's got black binding.
All right, so if you went with Hipshot tuners, Hipshot bridge, Dylan P90s, you get to pick the finish. Today only $2,200, and that includes a case
and shipping.
Nope, not in shipping. Shipping is extra, because what if Lefty lives in BFE?
Most people know that.
Yeah, but no, most people don't. So
US.
Yeah. So no, you pay shipping, but it comes with a Texas Toast case. So anyway, so that's quite a bit off. So 1 day only. That's kind of the deal. So anyway,
it'd be a nice guitar. It's not like it's a second.
No, it's I just thought, I wonder what color we should do this, and I grabbed it, and
Here, you can put it away.
Okay.
Tired of holding it.
I love this guitar. Maybe that'll be my guitar. All right. Doug Santaniello says All-in-One Guitars sells Les Paul style guitars for $5.99, and the amount of workmanship is ridiculous. Don't know how they can do it. I don't know either. I don't know anything about All-in-One guitars. Yeah.
$5.99. It's not an American product.
I can't imagine it is.
It's not possible.
Lefty O, who wanted to know how much it would cost to buy it right now, says somebody else buy it. He's broke. So, okay. All right. I want to tell you, this dovetails nicely.
Is Ken Tipton in the chat today?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. If Ken Tipton is out there, chime in, Ken.
Okay. You kind of preempted my dovetail, but the whole notion of I can't afford it right now dovetails nicely. I want to remind everybody that on the website right now, you don't have to pay for everything all at once. We are now set up with a firm. And that's a cool thing, because you can pay a little bit as you go. So if you really, really want a Texas Toast guitar and you're like, oh my God, I can't afford it all right now, no problem. It's just like in that movie with Judge Reinhold, the one with and Bette Midler and what's her name and Danny DeVito, and he's the stereo salesman. Ruthless People.
Okay, yeah.
You can't afford it? Fucking finance it. So it's easy to do. The Affirm is all set up on the website. You just click with Affirm. Lots of guys have used it, and it's super cool. So you click the Affirm thing, you buy the guitar, and that guitar doesn't cost you $2,200.
Right.
No. That guitar costs you $100 a month. That's the guitar you want. Is the guitar that only costs you, that whole $500 guitar thing? No.
Right.
The $100 guitar thing.
Well, then you set it up so that it comes out automatically.
You don't even know.
You don't know.
You don't even
feel it. You don't write the check and go, well, I haven't played that guitar this month.
You don't even care.
No.
Yeah. And I guarantee you it's going to be your new favorite guitar.
The next thing you know, it's paid for, and you're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
I bought a truck that way.
Most people buy their cars.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a big payment every month. It came directly out. Unlike the old days when I had to write the check every single day.
Yeah.
Or every single day. Yeah. That wasn't much of a deal. Yeah. But yeah, that's when I first learned that 30 days comes pretty fast.
So there you go. See, guys, people don't want a $500 guitar. They want a $100 guitar, and they want something good.
How many $500 guitars do a lot of guys own?
Probably way more than they ought to.
Yeah. It only takes 5 to make a $2,500 guitar.
That's right.
Yeah.
Something
so just
good.
Don't buy.
You could have something nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to remind you guys about the Affirm deal on the website. You can just go there and click it and get the deal, and you don't even notice it, and you get a really awesome guitar.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, Chris. Let's talk about workshops that are mostly sold out this year.
Okay.
So many are sold out that we're thinking about adding new stuff.
There's an October class. There's 2 October classes.
Yes. So let's talk about what is current, what you can get in on right now. As of right now, there are spaces for the October workshops. There are 2 of them.
2 of them.
One is the $9,000 guitar workshop, which people don't get this. It doesn't cost $9,000. And then there's the $8,000 guitar workshop, and people don't get that either. It's not $8,000.
It's not. And if you think that, you don't know us very well.
No.
And you should probably watch more videos.
You probably should.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there are spots in that one, and those are going to be super fun. The $9,000 guitar workshop includes a trip to Steve's. It includes Dylan coming out and winding your own pickups. You walk out with a guitar. Hold on, I'm getting one. You walk out with a guitar that is every bit as cool as this, maybe actually cooler, because we're using all Callahan hardware, with the exception of the Dylan pickups that you get to wind yourself. And you get to choose your headstock. You can choose this headstock, or
a fine headstock.
It's a fine headstock. Or you can choose a more traditional headstock that you are very familiar with that I can't
Something that may go with the rest of the guitar.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah.
Better.
It includes paint, everything ready to go, and it's considerably less than one of the boutique builders who I shall not name, who's charging $9,000 for this exact, not a guitar like this exact guitar made by the exact same guys. Cool? Okay. So anyway, I also want to talk about the $8,000 guitar workshop, which I'm keeping this out because when you leave the $8,000 guitar workshop, you have a guitar exactly like this too. The only difference is it doesn't include a trip to Steve's, and it doesn't include Dylan coming out and show you how to wind pickups. But I think Dylan's going to make you a little bit of a deal on a loaded pickguard, which you have to supply anyway. And you do get a body and neck from Steve, and you get to source you get to pick all the stuff. It's just it's basically the $9,000 Strat workshop with more drinking.
Yeah, we couldn't talk those guys into a second class. Yeah, so this is the go around.
A third class.
I meant that month.
Yeah. So which do you think is going to fill up first, Chris? I say the $8,000 one.
You think the $8,000? I think the $9,000 one.
Because I don't even know how much they're going. The $9,000 workshop is $2,600, and you get this.
Yeah.
Which is basically a custom shop Strat. The $8,000 one is $2,200, and you get this. So yeah, it's a no brainer. Yeah. Ooh, I love the 73 finish. This is like. Yeah, this is pure sex right here. This is a cool guitar. Okay, and then we've got some spots in November for the Build a Classic Strat, or I'm sorry, Build a Classic Fender.
Okay,
which is, or I think that's what it is. I don't know. It's whatever's on the website. November's wide open, and then we've got December. We've got a few spots left for Build a Classic Les Paul. I'm going to put this away while you talk about Build a Classic Les Paul.
Well, what would you like to know? I mean, you know everything about it.
So talk like you're not
build a classic Les Paul is you come out and you build a classic Les Paul. It's carved top. It's mahogany back, maple top, mahogany neck, binding, inlay, paint,
all the hardware except pickups. It's our very, very first 7-day workshop, which is wicked cool. So you come out on a Monday and you stay through the next Monday and you walk out with a guitar that's ready to rock and it's super cool. And you cannot buy a Les Paul Standard, which is what we're basically building for that money. And you get to have the fun of actually making it yourself. So when your wife has a dinner party, you get to be like, oh, hey, Chris, what have you been up to? Check it out. I made this.
Yeah.
And yeah. And you know what? It's right before Christmas. So there's going to be the Christmas party at Odyssey Beer Works. Plus, you know, you're going to be going to a bunch of Christmas parties anyway. People are going to be asking you, so what have you been up to this year? It'll go in the Christmas family letter. Joey went to Texas Toast and built a Les Paul he's always wanted. And he's always felt funny in the pants about.
Yep.
And by the way, I love Les Pauls.
Yeah.
So,
and it'll actually be better than a Gibson because it will be made with love.
That's right. And lard. So anyway.
Who you calling a lard?
So guys,
be made by lard.
The workshops are filling up fast. So I want you guys to check it out. And I want you guys to come out here. Don't buy a bunch of $500 guitars. Come out here, make something cool, or buy something from us. Use a firm. And now it's time for the rapid fire sponsor thanking.
And
are you ready? Okay, gang. First of all, I would like to thank my good buddies at Flipside Music, the great American guitar store. By the way, I came up with that. I am the mastermind behind that.
You are, yeah. And are they using it?
I think they are.
Yes,
a little bit.
they are.
Yeah. So anyway, the great American guitar store, Flipside Music. And if you want a good deal on an Ampeg SVT, mine is there right now. I feel weird about it still, having my baby.
Yeah.
My big fat 8,000 pound baby at Flip, because it's not just an SVT.
You'll feel weird about it until it sells, and then you get the money and go, oh, okay.
Meh. But it's not just an SVT. You helped me unload it. It's a head and a buttload of cabinets and
5 cabs.
Yeah, there's a lot of
5 cabinets.
So,
73 cables.
Yep. So anyway, the good guys at Flipside Music are taking care of me there, and they'll take care of you too. They're open 7 days a week. They've got all kinds of crazy hours. So if you're in the Denver area, please stop by and check them out at the Legacy store. We're hoping that the destination shop will be open soon. If you're not in the Denver area, though, guys, the website is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ike and the guys at Flipside Music will take care of you. It's Denver's last independently owned guitar shop. That's just all there is to it. Okay. So everyone who says support local, yeah, that's where you go. If you also want to support local, I can think of nobody else better to support than Dylan McCurchie at Dylan Pickups. I like to say what you say, and that is, Chris, that Dylan is the guy. His name's on his name is literally in the pickup, and that's the guy who winds them. So it might say Seymour Duncan on it, but it probably wasn't wound by Seymour Duncan, or any of the other guys. But I know for a fact that if it says Dylan on it, Dylan wound that pickup. Dylan McCurchie from Dylan Pickups, link in the description below. He's got a pretty awesome deal too for our $400 guitar building challenge, where when you get signed up, you get a code for 40% off pickups for the guitar build. How excellent is that? The cool part about that is you only spend $400 on parts. You get to keep the guitar. You don't have to sell it for $500.
Yeah.
So Dylan Pickups, link in the description below. I'd also like to thank Steve at Maximum Guitar Works in Elizabeth, Colorado, who is also helping us with the $400 guitar building challenge and a lot of other stuff. If you sign up for the $400 guitar building contest, Steve will give you $100 worth of templates. Your entry fee is basically covered. Steve will give you templates. He's urging you to use those templates to build the guitar that you enter and possibly win the $400 guitar building contest with. Chris, what in the wide world of sports is a $400 guitar building contest?
That is our contest where you have $400 to spend on wood and parts to build a guitar. Labor's not included, but everything else is.
Yeah.
Costs $100 to enter. The winner takes home all of it.
Every
$100 entry goes towards the winner.
And there's a fat stack of cash waiting for whoever wins the money.
Bigger and bigger. Last year was
Butch came in and dropped off his money.
$1,300, which is pretty good for the inaugural year.
Yep.
This year,
I think it's going to be double.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was double.
Yep.
Yeah, $2,600 to the winner.
Can you imagine? Or more.
Or more. Yeah. And it's a super fun time. Whether you come, hopefully you can come in person, hang out for the day, be a part of it. It was really fun last year. If you can't, send your guitar in. Still might win.
You still could win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sean Niemenheiser. That's how he won last year. I mean, he's
in the chat. Yeah. Sean, tell everyone that you actually won the money.
Yeah. Matt actually sent you money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
this isn't like the Denver home raffle.
No.
Where they've never given a home away.
Never give crap away. Yeah.
You're going to get money.
You get the money.
Yep.
So, yeah. And when you're building your $400 guitar, guys, I urge you to check out our good friends at Bitterroot Guitars. John and Cheryl at Bitterroot. You got to get your truss rod from them. You got to get a bunch of other parts from them. Super cool people. Excellent, good deals. All of our truss rods come from Bitterroot. And I know that, Cheryl tests every single one of the truss rods. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she actually does.
Does she?
Yes, she does. I'd also like for you to check out Dan and Calvin at Tone Wood Experts. All of the wood that we use for all of our classes and a lot of the woods that we use for our guitars. About the only wood we don't use, the only wood that doesn't come from Dan and Calvin at Tone Wood Experts is ebony. They're having a hard time getting ebony right now in the quantity that we need, which is not very much. If we wanted to buy like 100 or 1,000 fretboards, they could get that all day long. But when you want to buy 5, they don't have it. But links in the description below for Tone Wood Experts and Bitterroot guitars, along with discount codes. At Bitterroot, it's TXTOAST at checkout, and at Tone Wood Experts, it's Texas Toast 15, and you get 15% off. And by the way, if you spend $100 with them, that doesn't count as $100 for your $400 thing. It counts as 85. So,
yep.
I would also like to thank Bill Hendricks from Spin Twist Guitar Paint Rig. He's changed the name a couple of times so to make it easy on me, so I remember. It's a Spin Twist Paint Rig, and we love it. Guys, if you are painting any number of guitars, what do you think? Or you got to get it, right, Chris?
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Yep. You can be just like the guy in the video.
He really is just like the guy on video. Yeah. So, I mean, it's I don't want to say.
It's almost like dancing with the guitar.
It spins and it twists.
It
does, hence the name. But yeah, so the guitar rotates 360 degrees in 2 directions. And yeah, it's just like the guy Fender has. It's totally, totally awesome.
Yep.
So link in the description for that one too. Who am I forgetting? My good friends at Odyssey Beer Works, the great American Beer Works. I think we're probably going to go and have a beer with Jimmy. Maybe, I don't know where, but I bet you Odyssey Beer is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's at Odyssey Beer Works or somebody else's place. And I bet you Chris and Dino Hill will be there. And I bet you they'll be, 3 sheets to the wind by the end of the night and have to take an Uber home or pass out on your front lawn. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Not my front lawn. We're not doing this at my house.
You never know.
No.
Okay. I would also like to thank Brad Guitar Miller at Pedal to the Metal Guitars. Link in the description below. Brad makes all sorts of cool stuff. Not to mention, so for example, my business card holder the business cards fell out of it. Brad made this, and it's got a Challenger on it. He's also making some Telecaster control plates that are pre-wired, and he's got good deals on those. Link in the description below for Brad Guitar Miller. Hold on. There's a super chat coming in from Brian Duncan who says, can I come? Yes, Brian, you can. And I would be actually bummed out if you didn't, sir. So we'll see you this weekend, Brian. What else, Chris? Nigel Forstner at Forstner Guitars in Queensland, Australia. I actually got a little bit of cash from him the other day. We are helping him sell his ebook. If you guys want to know about how to make money or what it's like to have a business in woodworking in 2023, one thing he's going to tell you, you can't sell guitars for $500. But it's a good read, and I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. Link in the description below, guys. Nigel Forstner, Forstner Guitars in Queensland, Australia. Nice guy. He also makes the hot dog fret end, the hemispherical fret end tool that I do so dearly love.
Yep.
Finally, I'd also like to thank our newest sponsor, StewMac Guitars. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of StewMac tools and parts and bits and things like that. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff with StewMac in the future. I've been using StewMac tools since long before they sponsored me, and I will be using StewMac tools long after they kick me to the curb. So, but yeah, thank you to StewMac for all the good stuff that you're helping us out with. It's very, very good. Check out the StewMac tool of the day, link in the description below, and get any of your stuff that's in your tool cart at StewMac. Just go ahead and get it. Who am I missing? Did I get everybody?
That's it.
You reckon I got everybody? I think I did.
Way to go.
Holy minute to go.
Minute to go. What are you going to spend that time on?
Whatever I want. I'm going to learn a new language. Okay. So anyway, gang, well, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope that you go and check out Dylan McCurchie at his channel. He and his lovely wife, Leslie, are going to be taking us home for the final hours of primetime guitar. And Thursdays are lots and lots of fun. Is there a reveal tomorrow, Chris?
We can do one if you want.
All right. I say we do one.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget, guys, we've got for the rest of the month, we've got our Toast Right pre-order. We got to get 5 of them to do it. I don't think we're quite there yet. So it's if you want to get in on a Toast Right, it's $100 down. And if we don't get the 5, we'll send you your 100 back. So yeah. Did I say everything about that?
I think so.
All right. So, and of course, there's lots and lots and lots of cool stuff on the website. Gang, have a great rest of your night. Say hey to Dylan. Tell him the guys from Texas Toast sent you. This is Matt from Texas Toast, reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel.
That's what Matt did.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for a cool reveal.